Hi, I'm Bethany. I'm from Fresno, California Fellowship. My family came to the Lord when I was just 3 years old, so I had the blessing of growing up in the fellowship. Um, it's been a it's been a long road. The Lord's blessed me a lot growing up. Um, I was always a little different than everybody. I was told in elementary school that I wasn't going to graduate high school or go to college at all, that I was mentally behind everybody. And so my parents were able to pull me out and do homeschool with me. And I graduated high school and I did some college, and like it was all through the power of the Lord getting us through all of that. I found out in my early 20s. I was diagnosed with being bipolar and a thing called borderline personality disorder. Just means that you think in black and white, um, which explained a lot of the things that I went through when I was younger. Um, and I always stressed out about getting work and getting a job, like who would want to hire me. And the Lord made it to where I never had to worry about getting a job. I'd be like, oh, I really want to work at this Christian bookstore. And a week or two later, I'd be working at the Christian bookstore. And then I was like, oh, I really want to work for this photography company. And a couple days later, I was working for the photography company. And so on and so forth. And I got to, what was it, last year, I'd been working at Macy's for um, almost 5 years, and retail had gotten really hard. Um, Mentally and physically, I was just beaten down with the way people treated me. Um, I had been bounced around in the company, and it just wasn't working. I wasn't able to make meetings. I wasn't able to have any time off. And I was just spiritually and physically just not in a good place. And it was Christmas. No, it was November. November is before Christmas. So in November, this customer that I had known for about a year now, because I'd been in that department for about a year. And she just came up to me one day. There was nobody else there. I was just, cleaning the counter or whatever. And she's just like, hey, Bethany, do you like working at Macy's? And I was just like, do I tell her the truth? How do I say this nicely? Because I don't want to put down where I'm working. And I was just like, well, it's a job. It gets, pays my bills, and, it's not, it is what it is. She's like, well, do you want to come work for me? And I was just like, what do you do? She's like, call me tomorrow and I'll explain everything. I was like, okay, because the next day was my day off. And so I called her, and she's like, she still didn't explain to me what it was or where she worked for. And I was just like kind of really skeptical. I was like, okay, what is this crazy lady trying to tell me? That she's like, yeah, come work for me. I was like, no. But she's like, yeah, I work downtown in this office. My manager is actually here. Why don't you just come on in, and we can explain everything to you in person? And I was like, okay. And so I got ready real quick and ran downtown on M Street, and I come to find out it was a job working for the Veterans Hospital, scheduling appointments for primary care. And it was a Monday through Friday job. I would be off by 4:30 every day, and I would get benefits and all these sort of things because it was a government job. And it wasn't even like an interview. They're just like, so when you put your resume in, this is what you need to put in, so that way they'll pay you at a higher salary, and hopefully you can start in 2 weeks. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, you're just giving me this job? They're like, yeah, you just have to go through the background checks and get past all that, but you should be fine. And I was just like, wait, so I started the day not even knowing what this job was for, to them literally being like, yeah, well, we want you to start working January. I was just like, okay. And then lo and behold, everything happened with COVID. It was just like the Lord setting me up way beforehand, saying, I'm going to take care of you. I know what's coming and I know what you need. Because as soon as COVID hit, we got to start working at home. And so now have my little office upstairs and I get to work at home. And I don't have to worry about working retail, being exposed to everything, exposing my family to everything. And Macy's closed for, was it like a month and a half, almost 2 months? And then they fired like almost 80% of their staff. And I know I would have been one of those because there's a lot of people that I worked with that I thought, oh, they would never be fired, and they're gone now. And wait, sorry, they're giving me like extra things in the background. And yes, I was spirit-filled and baptized when I was 10 years old. And but the Lord's really blessed my life. I now live with my whole family, my mom, my dad, my sister, her 4 kids, my great nephew Max, and our dogs and stuff. And it's just, I wouldn't have it any other way, because we get to support each other and help each other through all this time. So thank you.